When sirens get louder and checkpoints rise overnight, panic spreads faster than truth. In moments like that, fear is natural, but knowledge is power. Understanding what the law allows authorities to do and what it firmly forbids can be the difference between staying safe and losing your rights in silence. Stay calm. Speak less. Record more. The legal ground beneath the siren's government, police powers include law enforcement, emergency management, and health and welfare regulation to maintain order and public safety. Though huge, it's not infinite. Every action must comply with the Fourth Amendment's bar on unreasonable searches and seizures and the 14th Amendment's due process requirement. Martial law is exceptional. The military takes over civilian control during uprisings, invasions, and disasters. Even under martial law, the Constitution exists. Military tribunals cannot punish civilians while civil courts are present because civilian rights exist even in anarchy, according to judges. The Constitution permeates martial law. What they can do and why it matters. In emergencies, officials may set curfews, limit movement, and set up checkpoints for security. They can order crowd control and quarantines for public safety. Police can briefly hold somebody to check, identify, or assure compliance and use reasonable force. But reasonable has legal weight. Even during disturbance, excessive or fatal force without justification is unlawful. The Posse Comitatus Act restricts the military's domestic enforcement role, but the National Guard or federal forces may be used in exceptional cases. The Insurrection Act has few exceptions, but its use is politically and legally monitored. Authority is limited by the law, what they cannot do. The legal red lines: no emergency order grants permission for unlawful searches or warrantless entries into private homes. Unless you consent or urgent circumstances exist, like immediate danger or pursuit, officers must have a valid warrant. The Supreme Court has repeatedly reinforced this principle, making clear that even under the guise of community caretaking, police cannot sidestep the Fourth Amendment. How to protect yourself in practice. Stay calm when stopped by police, whether walking or driving. Show hands and move slowly. Important words to choose next. Can I leave? Leave if yes. Detention if no. You need not answer more questions if state law needs identification. When police search you, your car, or your home, say, "I do not consent to a search." You can challenge the search later if they search anyhow. If arrested, don't argue or complain. Want a lawyer? Say, "I invoke my right to remain silent." You should remain silent after that. Any subsequent voluntary chat can be used against you in court. The power of documentation. In every encounter, your best ally is the record. You generally have the right to record police activity in public as long as you don't interfere. If it's safe, use your phone's camera. Capture badge numbers, vehicle identifiers, locations, and times. Afterward, write down everything you remember, no matter how small. If there are witnesses, get their contact information. What to do after an overreach? If your rights were violated, act, but do it smartly. File a complaint with Internal Affairs or the department's Civilian Oversight Board. Contact a civil rights attorney immediately. You may have claims for unlawful search and seizure, excessive force, or wrongful arrest under federal civil rights laws. Preserve every document, message, or recording related to the incident. If media coverage or public attention can help, coordinate with your lawyer before going public. Statements made without legal advice can sometimes harm your case. When the military appears. Seeing soldiers on domestic streets can be unsettling. The law, however, still applies. Federal troops cannot enforce ordinary laws unless specific conditions under the Insurrection Act are met. Even then, constitutional rights remain intact. The military may support local authorities logistically, setting up barricades or distributing aid, but arrests and law enforcement are supposed to remain civilian matters. The legal lifeline: contact a lawyer immediately if arrested, searched, or harmed by police. Photos, videos, witness names, medical records, and documents. Bring them everything. Free criminal attorneys are available. Free legal aid and civil rights organizations can help you get justice. The system prioritizes lawyers. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.